Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and hey, you're probably noticing that my run looks really generic. I've got the Hope Robe, the Air Spinner, the Chaotic Rift, the Dynamic Disarray, and the laser made out of pure pressurized water. You all know what that means, don't you? That means it's time for another Mystery Box episode. Now, I've explained the rules of the Mystery Box episode a few times. So, for those of you who don't know the rules, what's the matter with you? Have you not been paying attention? But, I will continue to repeat the rules for those who are new to the Mystery Box game. I am going to carry the Curious Relic Cube all the way up to level 3-1, where I'll get to drop it and get 5 relics out of it. And the whole goal is to try to guess what relics I'm going to get from it. And if you can manage to guess 2 relics correctly, and keep in mind that you should be making these guesses before we get to the point where we drop it, which I'll usually drop it at the end of floor 3-1, but there will be times in which I will decide to drop it maybe a little earlier if I'm in trouble, or if the game gives me Atlas on level 3 for the millionth time in a row. Tasty. But the idea is, if you can guess what I'm going to get out of the mystery box before I drop it, if you get at least 2 of them right, then you will get to choose the next theme I do. And hey, at least this time Atlas is only on level 2, so I mean, I'm not super furious, at least. That's always a good thing, right? But yeah, generally if my run looks really generic like this, and like, oh, anyone could do this run, typically it's because I'm giving myself a little bit of a buffer zone because I'm planning on doing a mystery box. And, I don't know, I have fun with mystery box episodes, but I am curious as to what you guys think. Maybe one of these times I should try doing a card draft episode just as an example. I don't know. I don't know what exactly you guys are interested in seeing unless you let me know. Like, if you're tired of mystery box, then let me know. If you're not tired of mystery box, let me know that too, so we can all just continue to have some fun with this. We will take the Air Spinner upgrade because that is ballin'. I like the idea of the Prickly Ballet as well, but I want to wait to see what sorts of fun... How did you get knocked back that direction? So you got hit with an attack going that way, and somehow went this way. What abomination of physics have I created? Also, don't worry, she'll have it all back in the next floor. Yeah, baby. And I'm sure this is the boss room over here. So, if any of you can get at least 2 of the relics, or guess 2 of the relics correctly before I drop the cube, then hey, you get to decide the build of the next theme run. And I know I already know I'm opening myself up to some potential pain. But that's all part of the fun. I may end up getting a run that you guys decide is going to be a lot of fun. I may end up getting a run that reminds me of what true pain is. I'm not the boss of that. Ow. Well, I'm not the boss of it if you manage to get 2 guesses correct. If, however, you don't manage to get 2 correct, then things carry on as normal. And since it has been a little while since we've done a theme run, I have a bit of an interesting little poll, which I will put up a poll for you on that you can vote on outside of just leaving a comment, like an actual poll. Imagine that. But the theme of this week's poll is fire-breathing lizards. So the two themes I have in mind are the very popular Floofy Doofy Floofy. Yes, I do know how to speak, just not every day. No, the ever-popular fire-flying Pokemon Charizard, or one of Monster Hunter's big bads, Rathalos. So, which flying fiery lizard are you more interested in seeing a theme run for? Don't worry, I'll set up the poll after I'm done with the recording. I know there's going to be a lot of you going, what the hell's the difference? I can see the difference between Luigi and Link, but what the hell's the difference between Rathalos and Charizard? Don't worry, I already have this in mind. And, okay, Stanza of Frost. I'll take it, but it's not affecting anything right now. Woo! Pressurized laser of water! Teleporting into a wall! Let's be honest, as fun as it is to see me clear runs with the greatest of ease, be honest, you come here to see me do stupid things. Just admit it. Alright, so I think actually I'm gonna go get Prickly Ballet. Ah, eat it, sucker. But I would rather not actually, because that knocks enemies too far out of my preferred range, so no thank you. And for those of you thinking that it's an excuse to do the same run twice, trust me, it's not. I actually do have some differences in mind for Charizard versus Rathalos, so... And also, like, as I had described last time, voting for one does not mean that you won't be seeing the other, it's just a matter of which one you want to see first, and then in the future we come back to the other one. Go! Go, my little cactus friend! Show that archer who's boss. Alright. So far the run is going quite well. I'm very pleased by that. Yes, I have taken some stupid, unnecessary damage, but I will take the sturdy wooden easel. It's just good defense. And as was discovered last time, it's not necessarily a set chance for every Earth Arcana I have in my current inventory. It's based on how many I've unlocked. Which, of course, the answer is all of them. So that culminates in there being a 19% chance to guard an attack, so... Beautiful. Alright. So, I've been thinking about something lately, and don't worry, it's not going to be like anything super serious or, you know, political this time. No major dilemmas of personal issues. This time I've just been thinking. When it was first announced that they were making a Secret of Mana remake, I was stoked as could be. Mostly because I love Secret of Mana. I make no apology for it. A lot of the people who know me absolutely understand. Oh, it's even come to the point where more often than not, if I have a chance, I will use Secret of Mana music as an interlude for our D&D games. I think Hiroki Kikuta is one of the greatest Japanese... What do I have here? Increase critical hit damage, but lowers critical hit chance. Ooh. It's a maybe, but unlikely. But to finish what I was saying, I think Hiroki Kikuta is probably one of the best Japanese composers out there, and even though that might be a bit of a biased perspective, it's a perspective that I have because of Secret of Mana. And it led me to thinking, wow, the Secret of Mana remake was a real disappointment for a lot of people. And I don't know if it was due to gameplay, if it was due to something else. All I know is that for whatever reason, I never got around to it because I was influenced by some of the bad review scores, and didn't want to tarnish my memories of the original. Now I'm looking back on that going, is it really wise of me to have not played Secret of Mana? Hey guys, what's up? Oh, Dynamic Disarray or Prickly Ballet? Which one? I think I'll get more out of Dynamic Disarray. Dynamic Disarray. We do it a Dynamic Doobie Doobie. I swear I know how to talk. There we go. And yeah, so what it basically boils down to is I never actually played the Secret of Mana remake, and it's kind of a shame because I was so looking forward to it, and I didn't exactly shy away from the Trials of Mana remake, and honestly, I love that game. Quite a bit. I mean, odd voice acting for Charlotte and all, which actually I say Charlotte's voice acting is a positive thing, because it had to have been difficult to continue to do that speech impediment for the entirety of the voice acting gig. Like, that couldn't have been an easy thing for the voice actress. And I know a lot of people make fun of the way she talks, but again, I say, it couldn't have been easy to do that the entire time, and for that I say good on you. That is by no means an easy feat to accomplish, to play a character so impeccably that you hold on to that speech impediment for the entire game. Hold on. By the way, the drink of the moment is black cherry flavored sparkling ice, so for those of you wondering, it's not all 7-Up and Sierra Mist for me, especially since Sierra Mist is on limited production right now. Yeah, that's what you get. And if I may real quick diverge from what I was saying about Secret of Mana, I think I've come to some sort of understanding as to why Atlas's level gives me so much trouble. Now, try to act surprised, but when I play this game, I play in a very aggressive fashion. Hence why my favorite robes are Rule and Awe. Like, I tend to play a very aggressive, very damage-focused combat style, or damage-focused style. And the reason why that's relevant is because, for the most part, through the other levels, aggression will suit you just fine. to varying degrees, of course, but there are no levels where just going pure aggression can, like, again, you'll have troubles, but it's not something you just can't do. Now, enter the living courtyards, and more often than not, you're punished for running in and trying to be aggressive. Between the poison clouds on the ground, between the enemies that block and counter, the sheer volume of things that are designed to punish you for being overly aggressive in the living courtyard. And it stands to reason that, yeah, one of the reasons why I have so much trouble with Atlas is because his level straight up discourages just straight up running in and fighting. It really wants you to stay back, to think, to observe, to understand what exactly it is you're getting yourself into. And it sounds like Cecil agrees with me. And oftentimes you get punished for running in and just going ham. And I think that's why I have difficulties with higher levels of the living courtyard, because higher levels of the living courtyard don't necessarily reward you for being a good fighter, or using the most literal term of the word fighter here, you know, the D&D class description. No, the living courtyard rewards you for being more of a ranger, for being calm, for waiting, for sitting back and choosing your opportunities. That's typically not how I play this game, so yeah, it's no wonder that Atlas's courtyard kicks my ass. So, something to think about: if Atlas's courtyard on high level tends to kick your ass too, maybe you're a lot like me and you prefer that kind of high aggression, high octane combat, like run in and fight it style. Like, even when I'm being mindful of what's going on, that just tends to be the bias that my playstyle takes when it comes to this game. Oh, go down already. Cactus is dancing to death. Never mind, I'll do it myself. I see a poison fairy. But is that what I want? Because I could save up and grab Pathfinder's knapsack. That might actually be a bit more useful. And the only reason why I put it that way is because, unfortunately, I don't find Drea to be... Hold on. Ultimately that useful. Especially since poison doesn't work on Sura. Like, you know, what the hell is the deal with that? If your build focuses on poison, you should at least be able to poison Sura. But I digress. So, back to my original point now, and I think I will take Pathfinder's knapsack. Would be nice to have a, you know, offensive relic, just saying. I know I've got the friggin' Stanza of Frost, but what good does that do when I've got nothing ice-based? Boy, glad I came to check that out. That sure was worth my time. There we go, that was a beautiful fight. More like that, please. Oh, what is this? Relic rewards card? Alright, cool. Oh, everyone's got a rewards program these days. You can barely even go to the grocery store without them going, "Are you a member of our club?" Oh, hello. Ice Sprite. Hello, Naya. How you doing? You are a sight for sore eyes, even though no one really knows what you look like. I mean, I do, but that's more so my interpretation of what she looks like. And hopefully once I get around to, you know, calibrating my art pad and getting that done, you'll all understand how I feel she looks as well. We got bubbles. Ooh, we also have bubble slaps. Hold on, which one do I prefer? Because I already have a bouncing arcana in the... I have a bouncing arcana in the way of... in the way of dynamic disarray. So do I really need another bouncing arcana? I would argue no, I probably don't. Part of the reason why I took Dynamic Disarray is because it would bounce and help me clear out Sura's Null Flash agents. Boy, sure would have been nice to have that a while ago. What are you? Increase overall signature charge gained from attacking enemies. Alright. Then I'm going to save up for Bubble Slaps. Because, frankly, I think that's a good combo finisher right there, and I will be happy to have it. Now, back to what I was saying about Secret of Mana. So, I never did play the remake of Secret of Mana, but I love the remake of Trials of Mana. It makes me think, well, it makes me think about going back to try the Secret of Mana remake, because honestly, was it really that bad? Or do I have a biased perspective because of my love of Secret of Mana? Like, whatever the case may be, and by the way, no, the Prickly Ballet cannot go over pits. So that little move that I pulled right there, I don't know, I think it was something kind of special. But it does make me want to go back and give it another try, especially since one of the knocks against the game was for the somewhat lackluster reworked soundtrack. But as one of my friends rightly pointed out, they also include the Super Nintendo soundtrack, which is something that they did for Trials of Mana as well. So can I really fault them for not having a perfect soundtrack when the original soundtrack is part of the game? Like, to me, like, I know I had talked at length about how Secret of Mana had a really disappointing remake, but part of that could just be, oh nice. Let's be fair, part of that could very easily be confirmation bias. So there's a part of me that's thinking maybe I should go back and give the Secret of Mana remake another shot. Or I guess in this case, a shot. Because maybe the problem is that, and it may be true, it might not be a great remake in and of itself, but wouldn't it be better to know that for myself rather than just take everyone's word for it? But I suppose another part of the problem is that there are a lot of people whose opinions I do trust that kind of played the game and said, it's not awful, but it's not really good either. And yeah, that kind of colored my opinion a bit as well. God, I love Bubble Slaps. I didn't used to like that spell, but boy, has it grown on me. Ah, no biggins. 2, 3. Probably should have waited to throw my signature out there, but eh. Alright. Yeah, I'm actually really digging Cascading Blitz a lot more than I thought I would, like, ever. I like that spell way more now that I've actually started sitting around and experimenting with these spells. And it gives you a shield! It gives you a shield when it's upgraded! It's so good! Alright. I am not necessarily feeling like I'm in any danger, so we will be opening the mystery box at the end of this level. Look at that. It's awfully hard to deal with that level of aggression, isn't it? Ow. And that is one of the attacks in the game that I call one of the Vegeta attacks. In other words, one of those spells where you charge up energy and then just go complete ham on them, you know, Vegeta style, just Rah! Suck my dick, Kakarot. No, I don't know if he ever said that, but I mean, he may as well. I don't know. Maybe in an uncensored Japanese release he did, but he never said it in any of the English releases, as far as I know. Maybe because us Americans are a little bit too sensitive to hear adult language. God, look at those guards. Oh, thank you, sturdy wooden music. Get out of here. So, just as a matter of curiosity, what do you all think of the... That's not even worth it. That's a maybe. I guess it'll really depend on what's in the mystery box. Don't forget, end of this level. God, it's so effective. Like, why did I never try this? Sorry. Like, the sparkling ice, it's getting into my system. It's making me all gassy. Oh, how did I manage to avoid that? I'm not gonna pretend to know how I managed to dodge that bullet. I don't think so, pal. Alright, oh, I don't think so. Haha. And that's why I like Chaotic Rift so much. Hi! Hi, Gummy Vitamins. You know, Andrews, you're a little late. A little late on this front, buddy. What's up? Yeah, I think this makes sense. So, it's an overall 10% loss to my signature charge rate, but it's also a constant critical hit. So, this time around, with the relics that I have and the spells that I'm using, this makes perfect sense. Now, the Shark Mask can come into its own. Nah. I don't need anything here. We're not all the way through the... We haven't even found the boss chamber yet. How the hell? Alright, let's go west. Here's looking at you, Pilgrim. Okay, that's too far west. all of you go away. And yes, I will go back for those health orbs in a moment. Alright, we're almost done. Or rather, almost done with the portion before the mystery box reveal. So pretty soon, we'll know exactly what we got out of the mystery box. So, by all means, have your guesses ready. We're going to find out what's in the box after this boss. There we go, okay. Crash Knight was being a bit of a pain there. Ugh. Alright, let's go check. I may or may not come back for Cabby's bubblegum. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, so before we move on to the next floor, it's time to open the mystery box. 5 relics, 5, and that means you have 5 guesses. If you manage to get anything, if you manage to get 2 of them right, you get to decide the theme for the next run. So ready. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Mystery box! Alright, so if you manage to guess Covert Ops Mask, Cartographer's Quill, Ella's Glass Kite, the Watercolor Palette, or the Jumper Cables, in any combination of those 2, then hey, you get to decide the fate of my next run. If you didn't, oh well, better luck next time. But we now know the ultimate. We now know the contents of the mystery box, and I don't have any chance at evading attacks, so I'm just going to leave that there. And parrying is not the same as evading. And on the point of Hiroki Kikuta's music, if you've never heard an example of any of his music before, I strongly suggest you go check out his, well, just the title track to Secret of Mana, Fear of the Heavens. That song is absolutely beautiful, and it's definitely the song that cemented his name in my memory as, yeah, this guy's worth taking seriously. It was, you know, at that point in my life, it was him and Nobuo Uematsu, and honestly, they're still both really good. Like, there's a part of me that actually wonders, is Nobuo Uematsu still alive? I suppose I can just hit up Google and find out, but not in the middle of a run. I can look that up afterwards. I know Nobuo Uematsu had a hand in creating the... Hello, Doctor. In creating the spin-off Final Fantasy music band, the Black Mages. So, I mean, again, if you're interested in looking for music to look up, you know, I've now given you a few good options. Perfect. And honestly, if I hadn't fallen in love with the theme song for The Legend of Zelda, it would be just Fear of the Heavens all the way for me. Like, that song is just so beautiful. Matter of fact, a lot of the music from that era in gaming really defined my taste just as a gamer in general. For Catalytic Tonic? Alright. I don't really need critical heals, but tell you what, I'll drop that, pick Ella's Glass Kite back up, and we'll be on our way. By the way, yes, I realized my mistake a little too late. There we go. Much better. I also know that I have a couple of heals waiting for me by the doctor. But yeah, I'd say when it comes to gaming music, there's a lot of things on sale. Holy crap. I don't have any movement arcana. Alright, so I'll probably be back for Surefire Rocket. And oh, and there goes Ella's glass kite. You know what? That's fine. Absolutely A-okay with that. Because now it's made room for me to grab the Surefire Rocket. Alright, now we... Wait, I can't go that way. So in order to go north, we have to go west. Perfect logic. When it comes to my taste in video game music, I guess you could say that the three Japanese composers that really solidified my feelings on... Good lord, you guys suck. Go away. How dare you do damage to me? Don't you know that I'm your superior? I'd say it was Nobuo, then Hiroki Kikuta, and then Koji Kondo. All three of them have developed some beautiful music over the years. For those of you who aren't familiar with the name Koji Kondo, he's responsible for a lot of the music that was in the Legend of Zelda series. He's also responsible for a lot of the music in the Mario series. Like, and to put it in simple terms, a lot of the gaming music that we know from our childhoods, yeah, that's him. Some of my favorite work is actually his work in, and you know what? I don't have any movement-based arcana, so I'm going to take that back, and maybe on the next floor it'll have some use. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers theme, Legend of Zelda theme, like the entire soundtrack to Yoshi's Island. That was Mr. Kikuta's influence, not Kikuta, Mr. Kondo's influence. And it's possible that I might be the only one here nostalgic for those games, but I mean, I highly doubt it. And we seem like a diverse, well-educated group of gamers here. At least I hope we are. None. Now I don't know if there's any truth to this or not, but it sure seems like these two recover from their staggered state way faster than the other bosses do. Like, at least when they're on similar levels. Maybe someone knows something about that I don't. Maybe it's because there's two of them to help each other out of a tight spot. I don't know, it just seems like they recover from their staggered state way faster than any of the other bosses do. If there's no truth to that, then perhaps I'm just really unlucky. If there is some truth to that, though, then it certainly lends credence as to why I find them to be so difficult, because, once again, an aggressive playstyle doesn't necessarily get you very far when you can't be aggressive very much. Ow. That was really dumb of me. All the intricate patterns and things that I've dodged, and I just get hit by a guy pointing a stick. Alright. Now, is there anything here? Tapping gloves, I guess. And might as well spend my money wisely. Give me that healing potion. Tastes like strawberry. Not bad so far. Yay! I have officially failed. I missed with a melee attack against something the size of a house. Wait, what hit me there? Here we go, phase 2. Hey. Excuse me, controller, could you not screw me up, please? Almost. Come on. Oh, son of a bitch again. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, well that takes care of another Mystery Box episode, as well as me getting to talk about some of my gaming influences from younger days. So, thank you very much for watching. I definitely appreciate your support and your interest. Drop me a like, leave me a comment. Like I said, let me know if you guys managed to guess any of the mystery box relics, and I'll once again go over them real quick for you. It was Covert Ops Mask, Jumper Cables, Watercolor Palette, Cartographer's Quill, and not gonna lie, I kind of forget the fifth one. I got shuffled around quite a bit. But, oh, maybe it was the Shark Mask. Doubt it, but anyways, if you get any combination of those two, you get to decide my next run. And I will also make sure to have a real poll set up for whether or not you want me to do Charizard or Rathalos as my next theme run. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for spending some of your time with me on this, well, at least in Minnesota, very hot and muggy day. And I will be seeing you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you